told missionary stories. They learned how to effectively teach a Bible lesson. Just everything that goes into the 5-day club, they learned how to do it, and we would have to evaluate them on each aspect of a club. And they all passed. They all did great. They all graduated. They were so excited. But it was really neat to see them. They worked hard. So I think if it works, this should be a slideshow of some of the pictures, just pictures of what we did during this training, and a little bit about what went on. If it plays. Maybe it's not going to play. Yeah. It should be there, but maybe it's not. If it doesn't play, that's okay. I can keep talking. Well, this is good because I didn't actually ask what time you guys usually end. And in Hondurans are a little bit more laid back when it comes to time and things, so we could be here all day. I hope you're okay with that. It's okay if it doesn't play. To go back. Yeah, it should be here, but I'm not sure if it's going to play. After the training, the youth went out and taught at least 6 5-day clubs in their neighborhoods and in the areas around their churches the following 2 weeks. There were 6 of them in the works when I was there, and I didn't hear if they added any more as the summertime went on. But they taught at least 6, and it was neat. I caught up with them the week after training and talked with them a little bit. They were so excited. They're like, wow, this is great. We're reaching kids. We're sharing the gospel with them. I didn't know it was this much fun, and it was so exciting. And just to hear, they're like, wow, these kids are understanding. They're learning. We have fun with them. But there's some of them, that are a little bit more work. And they're like, well, yeah, you have those in every club. But so it was neat to hear them and their excitement for the ministry. And the 2 churches that they came from were really excited about the ministry as well, and hopefully the idea is to get those kids that they reached, into the churches so that they can continue to minister to them and reach out to them as well. And part of my job during that training was to teach some classes, I guess. And I went there knowing that I was going to teach a couple classes. I think one of them was on song time during the club and something else. And so I got the notes ahead of time when I was looking at them, and I thought, okay, I can do this. It's been a couple years since language school, but I think I can do this, And then I found out I was going to have to also demonstrate the missionary story. And I thought, oh man, I don't know about this. That makes me really nervous because storytelling is a lot different than just giving a presentation or teaching a class or something, That's not anything I'd ever done in Spanish before, so I thought, wow. So I got the text and I was reading through it and I thought, wow, I don't know half the words in here. And I don't know if that's just because of the translation, whoever translated it, or if I really don't know that many words. But so I was really nervous the first day, and the first evening I got up and I began to tell the story, and I kind of fumbled through it several times, a little bit, and I was like, oh, I'm probably butchering this, and they can't understand a word. But at the end, they were like, you did pretty good. It's not bad. And so, they would encourage me, and if I got to a place where I was telling the story, I couldn't think of the right word, I would just kind of look at them, and they'd give me the word, and I was like, yes, thank you. Like, all right, okay. So we go on, and we kind of help each other. We play, it was pretty fun and relaxed. They made me feel comfortable. But I was joking with them afterwards. I was like, yeah, I was using like words and tenses I didn't even know that I knew, but I don't know if that's good or not, but they were like, oh, you did okay. We can understand you. So that was really encouraging to know that I could speak Spanish better than I thought I could, and they could understand me, and it wasn't that big of a problem. We didn't have any major communication issues, so that was really, really exciting. So when I go there for my first term, I'll leave hopefully next month for my first term in Honduras, I will be in charge of running this Youth with Vision training for the young people. And we'll be looking at it and seeing how we can make sure we keep it true to the country of Honduras and not just take the model we have for the States and just apply it there, because you do ministry different, over there, and make sure that it meets the needs of the youth and the people there in Honduras. And so that'll be my biggest project, I guess. Ministry. It's not really a project, it's a ministry, but it's what I'm really excited about, because that's how I first got involved with CEF. And so it's a ministry that I'm really passionate about and I love being a part of, so I'm super excited about that. But then I'll also be teaching a Good News Club also once a week in a school somewhere. And then doing a lot of teacher training for the adults and just helping them out in whatever way I can. I think we can stay pretty busy with teacher training also. Trying to think. From once in a while, there's other different events, like with churches or something. They'll have like a one-day event kind of thing with like games, stories, a Bible story, just fun kind of stuff to try to attract the children of the neighborhood to the church. So there's also things like that I'll be also involved with. Okay, is it not going to play? Okay, all right. Well, if you want to see it later, maybe I could plug it in over on the table afterwards or something. Okay, so some different ways if you want to help and be involved in this ministry is you can pray. And I have on the table by the front door, is a sign-up sheet if you want to get my newsletter. I send out the newsletter quarterly, and then a lot of times in between there, I'll have little email updates and things like that. Also, I think I have a slide also. Yes. Yes, there's a newsletter. And I do have a few copies of my latest newsletter. Feel free to take one if you want. And then also I have a blog that you can follow. You can keep track of me. I try to post on there pretty regularly and keep you updated on what's going on. So even if I don't get an email out or something, I'll try to at least put a post on the blog so that you can stop by. And that's honduran@heart.blogspot.com. So there's a couple ways you can stay in touch, know about needs, things you can pray about, and things like that. If you want to learn more about the worldwide ministry of CEF, you can visit their website at cefonline.com. If there's a certain country or whatever you want to look at, then you can feel free to go there also. And there's links to that on my website, on my blog as well. So right now I'm hoping to leave next month. We're shooting for July 6th, but I'm waiting for some paperwork to get back because I needed a couple background checks, criminal background records to apply for residency when I get there. There's nothing on them as far as I know, so that's good. I'll be really worried if anything shows up on it. I was like, no, but there's nothing on them, so they shouldn't take too long, I don't think, to get back. But then I have to send them, once I get them back, then I have to send them to get the right seal or something on it so that it's official, and then I can take it with me. So we'll see when those get back. Hopefully it won't take too long, but it says it can take up to 6 weeks, so I'm hoping it doesn't take that long. And so hoping it can speed up the process. So that's something you could also be praying for, that those would go quickly and we wouldn't have any issues with paperwork, because those are pretty much the only paperwork I need to go. So, and then also I'm just finishing up raising the last little bit of support. So once I get to 95% that I can leave, and so I'm really, really excited. Looking forward to buying my plane ticket and stuff. So if you want to be involved that way, you can. I only need $320 of monthly support, regular support, to be able to leave, to be good to go. And I have little forms that you can take if you want to be involved financially as well in the ministry. And so I'm really excited to go to Honduras. I can never look at that picture and just not oh, he's so cute. And I'm just so excited. I love working with children, and the ministry of CEF down there is growing. God is opening doors, and so I'm really excited to be a part of the ministry that's going on down there and to help out with the ministry. And they do a really good job in Honduras of making the ministry their own, and I really like that. So I'm there in charge of the one aspect, but I'll be working myself out of that job and expanding it and things as we go. But I'm really, really excited. And so thank you guys for your prayers And I know many of you pray, and